Theophilus of Adana, a name whispered in hushed tones, a tale told with a mix of fear and fascination. He was a man of the cloth, a respected figure in the church, yet he strayed from the path of righteousness. Driven by desperation, he ventured into forbidden territory, making a pact that would seal his fate. This is the story of his descent, his redemption, and the enduring power of choice. In the heart of Adana, in what is now modern-day Turkey, lived Theophilus. He was a deacon, a man of God, respected and revered. His life was dedicated to the service of the church, his days filled with prayer and pious deeds. Yet fate, it seemed, had other plans for Theophilus, plans that would test the very core of his faith and plunge him into a darkness he could never have imagined. The tale of Theophilus is a chilling reminder of the fragility of faith and the ever-present temptation of darkness. It serves as a warning, a beacon in the night, reminding us that even the most devout can falter, and the price of transgression can be steep. But within this tale of despair lies a glimmer of hope, a testament to the boundless mercy of divine grace. Theophilus was a man of great faith, known for his piety and devotion. He served the church with unwavering dedication, his life a testament to his beliefs. His wisdom and compassion earned him the respect of the community. Theophilus was a beacon of hope, a symbol of God's love, in a world often shrouded in darkness. His days were spent in prayer, tending to the needs of the poor and offering solace to the afflicted. Theophilus found solace in his service, his heart filled with the love of God. He believed himself immune to the temptations of the world, his faith his shield against the forces of evil. However, he would soon learn that even the most devout heart can be swayed. Unbeknownst to Theophilus, a storm was brewing, a test of faith that would shatter his world. The very foundation of his being, his unwavering faith, would be shaken to its core. The man who once stood as a pillar of righteousness would find himself teetering on the precipice of darkness. The Bishop of Adana died, leaving a void in the church leadership. The people unanimously wanted Theophilus to be their new bishop. It was a position of great honor, one that Theophilus desired deeply. However, to his dismay, he was passed over. A stranger was chosen as the new bishop. Humiliated and filled with resentment, Theophilus felt betrayed. The darkness that had always lurked at the periphery of his heart began to seep in, whispering doubts and fueling his anger. How could God allow this to happen? How could his devotion be so disregarded? Questions gnawed at him, chipping away at his once unwavering faith. Lost and consumed by his bitterness, Theophilus made a fateful decision. He sought out a sorcerer, a practitioner of dark arts, rumored to have influence over matters of power and destiny. Driven by his wounded pride, Theophilus was blinded to the danger he invited into his life. The sorcerer listened intently as Theophilus poured out his heart, his words laced with bitterness and despair. A sinister smile played on the sorcerer's lips, for he saw in Theophilus a prime target for his master's schemes. The sorcerer promised Theophilus a solution, a way to reclaim what he believed was rightfully his. He spoke of a powerful entity, a being who could grant Theophilus's desires, but at a price. The sorcerer was offering a pact with the devil himself. Fear gnawed at the edges of Theophilus's desperation. The gravity of what he was considering began to dawn on him, yet the allure of regaining his lost status proved too strong to resist. Blinded by his anger and driven by his wounded pride, Theophilus agreed to the sorcerer's terms. He had taken the first step on a treacherous path, a path that led away from the light and into the clutches of darkness. Under the cover of darkness, Theophilus accompanied the sorcerer to a desolate crossroads, a place where the veil between worlds was thin. The air crackled with an unseen energy, sending shivers down Theophilus's spine. Fear threatened to consume him, but he pressed on, his heart pounding in his chest. The sorcerer began to chant in an ancient tongue the words heavy with power. The ground beneath them trembled, and the air grew thick with the stench of sulphur. A figure started to materialize from the shadows, its eyes burning like hot coals. Terror threatened to overwhelm Theophilus, but the devil's voice, smooth as silk, held him captive. The devil offered Theophilus a simple bargain, his soul in exchange for the bishopric. Fear warred with desperation in Theophilus's heart. He knew the price he was paying was beyond measure, yet the allure of power and the sting of his humiliation fueled his desire. With a trembling hand, Theophilus signed the pact, his fate sealed in blood. The following day, news spread through Adana like wildfire. The stranger who had been appointed bishop had died suddenly during the night. The people rejoiced, believing it a sign from God, and quickly installed Theophilus as their new bishop. He had gotten what he desired, but it came at a terrifying cost. The weight of his sin pressed down on Theophilus, suffocating him. He was surrounded by luxury and power, yet he found no solace in his ill-gotten gains. The ghost of his pact haunted him, a constant reminder of the darkness he had embraced. His days were filled with dread, his nights plagued by nightmares. The joy had vanished from Theophilus's life, replaced by a chilling emptiness. The words he once spoke with such conviction now felt hollow, devoid of meaning. He had traded his soul for power, and now he was lost in a labyrinth of his own making. As time wore on, Theophilus was consumed by remorse. He realized the gravity of his mistake and the eternal damnation that awaited him. He yearned for forgiveness, for a way to break free from the pact that bound him to the devil. Desperate, he turned to the only source of hope he had left, the Virgin Mary. For 40 days and 40 nights, Theophilus locked himself away in the cathedral, surviving on bread and water. He prayed fervently, his voice hoarse from begging for forgiveness. He confessed his sins, his tears soaking the cold stone floor. The Virgin Mary, moved by his sincere repentance, appeared before him. The Virgin Mary listened to Theophilus's tale of woe, and seeing the genuine remorse in his heart, decided to help him. She descended into the underworld and confronted the devil, demanding he return the contract that bound Theophilus's soul. The devil, though initially reluctant, eventually yielded to the Virgin Mary's demands. Theophilus awoke from a deep sleep. The weight that had been crushing him lifted. In his hand lay the contract, a tangible reminder of the darkness he had escaped. Overcome with gratitude, he rushed to the people, confessing his sins and renouncing his pact with the devil. He lived out his days in service to God, his heart filled with genuine remorse and a profound understanding of the power of redemption. The tale of Theophilus became a cautionary yet hopeful story. It served as a reminder that even in the darkest depths of despair, redemption is possible through sincere repentance and God's boundless mercy. The story echoed through the ages, inspiring countless works of art and literature. The story of Theophilus of Adana continues to resonate with people even today. It reminds us that we all face temptations, that even the most devout can falter. However, it also offers a message of hope, reminding us that no matter how far we stray, the path to redemption is always open through sincere repentance and faith.